Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking to you guys about my top 10 keto newbie tips that I would suggest for anyone that is just starting out on keto or looking to start out on keto. So if you want to know more about what they are, keep on watching. So number one, do your research. There is a lot of information out there on keto. Do your research. Some of my favorite people to learn from are Keto Connect, Dr. Eric Berg, Thomas DeLauer, Dr. Ken Berry. All of these people are, all of these channels are a wealth of knowledge and so much information. There is so much information out there on keto. Definitely do your own research first. Have a look into it. See if it is for you. It's not going to work for everyone, even though I believe that it could. It's not going to work for everyone. So do your research, see if it's something that you'd be interested in. Don't just go all in and be like, okay, what do I do now? You have to do your research. You have to get familiar with what you're actually going to be doing. Number two, so if you are starting out on keto, what I'm going to highly recommend is that you count your carbs. The reason that you will get into ketosis is the absence of carbs. So if you are restricting your carbs and you know how much carbs you're taking in, you're most likely going to get into ketosis a lot easier than someone who's just going in blind and sort of just guessing. Count your carbs. I would suggest getting an app like MyFitnessPal or even Carb Manager to track how many carbs you're consuming per day. Keep in mind that it's not always that, everyone has to just have under 20 grams of net carbs per day. Everyone's body is different. So you might have to have under 20 grams of net carbs. Someone else might have to have, under 50 grams. It all just depends on your body type and the way that your body works. So yeah, play around with it, see how you go. Number three, protect yourself from the keto flu. So when I first started on keto, I didn't really know much about, the keto flu and how to prevent it and how to, protect myself from it. Some people don't even go through the keto flu. I know friends of mine that, are on the ketogenic diet and they didn't go through the keto flu at all, whereas I did. And I felt that it hit me quite hard. I had a really bad experience and I had really bad headaches. I was tired. I felt nauseous. I couldn't sleep. So imagine being tired and not being able to sleep. Like, it wasn't the best time. So something that I recommend for the keto flu is get your electrolytes up. So whether that, if you don't have Go Ultima electrolytes, get Powerade Zero or get that Gatorade G water, I think it's called. There's some really accessible electrolytes that you can just get at 7-Eleven or your supermarket or something like that. Make sure that you have electrolytes. When you're going into ketosis, your body is going to flush out all of the water, which means it's going to flush out a lot of sodium and all of the essential minerals that your body holds on to. So you need to replace it with electrolytes. The second thing for the keto flu is remember that it is going to pass. There are so many people that I know that have tried keto, they get the keto flu and they feel like complete crap and they just give up because they feel like crap and they don't push through it. Push through it, it will pass. It will, if you can push through it, it will pass. Like if it's really, keep in mind, I'm not a doctor. I'm not in any way giving any medical advice or anything like that. But if you can push through it, you will feel so much better once it's gone. You just need to stay hydrated and keep, your electrolyte levels high. Number four, don't be afraid to eat vegetables. I see so many people thinking that you can't eat vegetables on a keto diet. You definitely can. You want to eat a lot of dark leafy green vegetables. Vegetables is where you're going to get your fiber from. Don't be afraid of vegetables. Don't feel like you need to completely cut them out. Number five, don't go crazy on fats. So remember that all of these things have calories as well. Cheese, cream, sour cream, cream cheese, like all of these products are very calorie dense. And if you are trying to lose weight, you need to remember as well that you've got to sort of, have things balanced. you don't need to go crazy with overloading with fats. Again, like we said at the start of the video, ketosis is caused by an absence of carbs in the system, not an overload of fats. Eat to your fat macros, because of course your body's going to be now converting fat into energy, but you don't need to excessively have, huge amounts of fat in your diet. Number 6, keto treats. So make yourself some keto treats. Keto treats are really good to help curb sugar cravings, and to help like when you are feeling like you really need something that feels like you're cheating on the diet. I don't recommend ever cheating on keto, so going completely off keto like on a regular basis, because it kind of just defeats the purpose of you trying to be on keto. You don't want to undo all of your hard work. So yeah, definitely make keto treats. Just don't make them a regular thing in your diet. You probably don't need to have them every single day. I mean, if you can fit it in your macros, then yeah, do your thing. But if your goal is to lose weight, you probably don't need to have them every single day. But yeah, definitely make them, but just don't have them every single day. Number 7 is try intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting and a ketogenic diet combined together is the perfect pair. Fasting is going to put you in a deeper state of ketosis a lot quicker. And there are a lot of benefits to fasting, that like stabilizing your blood sugar levels and your insulin levels. And it really helps with cravings as well. I know for a fact that when I do a 24-hour fast, I never go over my calorie intake. And that is simply because I am fasting all day. When I get home, I have 1,300 calories that I can eat. And, before I've even consumed all of my calories, I'm full, I'm done. I have no cravings. So yeah, fasting is a really good way to help, with those cravings, and to help make sure that you don't go over your calorie intake as well. If you're new to fasting, I would suggest just starting off with a 16-hour fast and an 8-hour eating window, and that's usually enough to get people started, and then gradually work your way into extended fasts and things like that. Number 8 is a very important one. Stay away from pre-packaged foods. So my general rule of thumb is that if it comes in a packet, it's probably not going to be the best for you. Stick to whole foods, make every meal yourself. So, and this goes for like treats as well. I recently made the mistake of having a binge on some Quest protein cookies, and whilst they're good to have every now and then, again, don't make it a common occurrence in your diet, and just be mindful that there may be some ingredients in there that will stuff up, everything that you're trying to work towards. I know myself that I'm very sensitive to sweeteners, so maltitol, for example, which is probably one of the worst sweeteners that you can have, I'm very sensitive to it. I get headache straight away. My gut doesn't feel right, and yeah, that's probably because maltitol almost has exactly the same effect on the body as what sugar does. So yeah, just be mindful of that. Some sweeteners that are in these products, even though it might say no sugar and 0 sugar, look out for like other sweeteners like maltitol and all that kind of stuff, because yeah, it might not be so good for your body. Best thing to do, just stay away from pre-packaged foods, make everything yourself. Number 9, this is something that I see people getting so caught up in when they just start keto, and it's definitely not necessary at all. You do not need exogenous ketones to be on a ketogenic diet. You do not need them at all. I've had so many people try to sell them to me and try to say, these are so good for the keto diet, you can get back into ketosis, It's not necessary. You don't need exogenous ketones. You don't need ketone diet pills or all these things that they try and sell on the market. Be mindful that, companies like big corporations can see that the ketogenic diet is what's on trend right now, and they will try and slap the keto or ketosis word onto everything. They will try and use that as branding to get into the keto community. But you do not need any of these exogenous ketones or ketone pills or anything like that. Your body is able to get into a state of ketosis without any of those products. So do not feel like you need to purchase any of those things. I mean, if you want to, go ahead, but it's not necessary. You don't need to pay money to get your body into a fat burning state. And number 10, my final keto newbie tip is don't overthink it. Keto can be as simple as just meat, like a protein source, vegetables, and then a fat source of some sort. So you could do like steak, vegetables, and butter. Like, it's very simple. You don't have to overcomplicate it. If you are an amazing cook, go ahead. There's heaps of recipes out there. You know, you can play with all these foods and you can almost keto-fy anything, any meal that's out there. But if you're like me and you like things to be simple, you're not very crafty in the kitchen, because let's face it, I'm not. I just like things plain and simple, easy. Then just stick to, you know, don't overthink it and just stick to the simple protein, veggies, and a fat source. It's as simple as that. That's it for my top 10 keto newbie tips. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and let me know below in the comments. And if you do not follow me on Instagram, feel free to head over and check it out. It is Natsy with 4 T's. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See ya.